I want you to picture this, like we're standing at the start of a quiet neighborhood loop. The air's cool, you can see your breath. Just a little. The street is empty, except for a single runner disappearing into the distance. You've tied your shoes, maybe a little too tight. You've done a half stretch you're not sure even counts. And now you're standing there wondering if you're about to do this right, or if you're setting yourself up for a problem you can't see coming. Most beginners think about blisters, or maybe a sore knee. Those aren't the things that end most running streaks. The injuries that take people out usually sneak up slowly. They start with something so small, you can wave it off, until it gets big enough to wave you off the road. I've made every single mistake I'm about to tell you about. Not because I was careless, but because I didn't know better at the time. I thought I was doing what a serious runner should do. The truth is, I was just doing what most beginners do, and I paid for it with weeks of frustration and starting over. You don't have to. If you can dodge these 5 traps, you'll have a better shot at staying out here month after month, even year after year. The first trap is chasing the pace rabbit. It starts with excitement. Maybe your watch tells you you're moving faster than you thought. Maybe there's someone ahead, and you feel that little competitive itch. Or maybe you just want to prove you're getting better. So, you lean in, pick up the pace, and suddenly, you're breathing harder, swinging your arms bigger, pounding the ground with more force. You feel powerful for a minute, until you don't. The thing is, your muscles can lie to you. They'll say, "We can handle this," when really they're just borrowing energy from tomorrow's run. Push too often, and the little support structures, tendons, ligaments, the connective tissue wrapping your muscles, never get the time they need to grow stronger. You don't notice the damage right away. It shows up as shin splints that make you dread stairs, or a heel that stabs you in the morning, or a foot that suddenly feels like it's bruised from the inside. The fix isn't about killing your ambition. It's about putting it in the right place. Effort-based running means you judge your run not by the numbers, but by how your breathing feels. If you can talk without gasping, you're in the zone where your body adapts instead of rebels. I know it feels too slow. I know your ego wants those faster splits, but the slower you build the base, the faster you'll be able to run later without falling apart. You're not avoiding hard work. You're just putting it where it counts. The second mistake is skipping strength because you just want to run. You finally found something that feels good, maybe even exciting, and you want all your energy to go there. The problem is, running only moves you in one direction, forward. Life doesn't work in one direction. You step sideways to dodge a puddle, you twist to grab your phone, you hop a curb. If the muscles that stabilize you aren't strong, every little wobble in your stride adds up. Weak hips. Let your knees roll in. Weak glutes. Make your ankles fight for balance. It's not about being strong in the gym sense. It's about giving your body the tools to keep your joints aligned with every step. Strength work doesn't have to steal time from running. It can be 10 minutes after an easy run twice a week. Squats, bridges, lunges, side planks. Simple, steady, no equipment. The goal isn't to feel wrecked the next day. The goal is to feel more solid underfoot every time you run. It's the kind of habit you barely notice building, until one day you catch yourself holding perfect form at the end of a long run and realize, this used to be when my knees would give out. The third trap is ignoring recovery days. Honestly, this one can feel the hardest, because when you're just starting out, the improvements come fast. You're running farther than you ever thought you could, and your brain says, "Why stop? I'm on a roll." But your body doesn't get stronger during the run. It gets stronger after, when you rest. That's when the small tears in muscle fibers repair, when bone density improves, when your nervous system calibrates. Skip rest, and you interrupt all that. Beginners often think rest will slow their progress, but it's actually the opposite. Without it, you burn through your reserves faster than your body can replace them. That's when stress, fractures, tendinitis, and burnout hit. The fix is simple. Mark 1 or 2 days a week where you will not run. Call them recovery days instead of rest days if it helps. Go for a walk, ride a bike, stretch gently. Do anything that keeps blood flowing without pounding your joints. If you feel guilty for not running, just remind yourself, you're not skipping training. Recovery is training. The fourth mistake is running in worn out or wrong shoes. Shoes are like the tires on your car. You don't really think about them until, something feels off. But by the time you notice, the damage might already be done. Most beginners start in whatever sneakers are just lying around. They feel fine at first, honestly. But the foam under your foot doesn't last forever. It slowly compresses and stops absorbing shock the way it should. When that happens, your stride changes without you even realizing it, and you start loading joints and muscles in ways they're just not ready for. The right shoe isn't about chasing a brand or the latest model. It's really about finding something that matches your foot, supports your gait, and still feels good after a few miles. If you can, get fitted once. If you can't, look for a neutral trainer with decent cushioning. Look for half a size bigger than your everyday shoes to give your toes some room when they swell. Retire them when they feel dead, even if they still look fine. A $100 shoe that lasts you 300 miles is a whole lot cheaper than 6 weeks on the sidelines. The fifth trap is not listening to pain signals early enough. Beginners hear running hurts and, assume every ache is normal. Some aches are. But pain that changes the way you move or sticks around more than 2 days is your body throwing a flag. Ignore it, and that small issue can turn into something that forces you to stop completely. You don't have to panic every time something twinges. You just have to respond with curiosity instead of ego. Slow down, shorten your stride, swap a run for a walk or a bike ride. Give it space to heal. If it still hurts after a couple of days, or gets worse, get it checked. Protecting yourself for a week is a smart trade. Losing months because you push through is not. So here's the through line. Go easier than you think you should most days. Add a little strength work. Give yourself recovery time. Wear shoes that still have life in them. Respect early pain signals. If you can do that, you'll avoid the mistakes I made, and you'll be able to keep running long enough to enjoy the real benefits, not just the ones you get in the first few weeks. I've made all these mistakes. I've been the beginner chasing pace, the runner who skipped strength, the one who didn't rest, the one pounding out miles in shoes that should have been retired, and the fool who ignored pain until it screamed. Every single one set me back more than it should have. I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you so you can skip the part where you have to learn the hard way. If this connected with you, hit like, so YouTube shows it to more new runners who need it. If you want more advice that starts exactly where you are, no ego, no pressure, subscribe. I post every week to help you run smarter and stay in the game. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be smart enough to still be running next season. And that's exactly what you're going to do.